Captain, you're back. Please tell me you have an open starport visa.
Welcome to what must be the smelliest place in the universe, Offworlder. How can I assist you? Ithorians have been buying them to help rebuild Telos. I don't know why, but ever since they started, the Beast Riders have been crawling out of the woodworks to sell them animals. But the Republic blockade has meant long delays, and because of that, beast cages are filling up the streets of Iziz.
That's an air defense tower. The city's filled with them. Iziz is an ancient city, and for many generations, our main enemy was the Beast Riders that lived outside the city.
Towers like these were built to protect us against Drexel and their Beast Riders. A Drexel is a flying beast. Huge creatures with teeth the size of your arms. Lethal, and skin like ferrosteel plates. Somehow the Beast Riders figured out how to tame them years ago. About 50 years ago, Princess Gallia married one of the great leaders of the Beast Riders, Orin Kira. That was right at the start of the Beast Wars. By the end of it, Gallia was crowned queen, and finally there was peace between our people. It's hard to put aside centuries of conflict. There's an uneasiness between our people. The Beast Riders are upset that General Vaklu has forbidden Drexel in Iziz. Citizens usually only see the fallen Beast Riders, who are no better than thugs. Certainly, things are quiet right now. I have some time. What do you want to talk about? These are troubled times. You've probably heard that General Vaklu and Queen Talia are having some disagreements. I've been warned from command to keep my opinions to myself on that. So I've learned my lesson. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Ask around, though. There are plenty of people who'd like nothing more than to talk about it. Times are too complex for a simple soldier like myself. Sometimes I made the mistake of answering questions honestly. If you say anything bad about a superior officer, they call that disrespecting the rank. Do that too many times and it's not long before you're a civilian. The politics of the day is probably the most talked about subject in the city, and everyone wants to share their particular view of what's going on. Opinions are like Gizka around here. They breed like mad. Gladly. We certainly do. He and several other people were picked up in connection to a murder. Captain Sulio. She was in charge of the Starport checkpoint. A good soldier. Your friend was one of the last people that saw her alive. So far, he's just a suspect. But if he did it, the punishment is death.
Dhagon Ghent is the only person I know with the contacts to help us out. We need to get Dhagon out of custody.
Until we either eliminate him as a suspect or find the real killer. Dhagon has quite a record with the authorities. The Colonel thinks that murder isn't too far a stretch for someone like him. No way. We're under orders to make sure no one sees the murder suspects. Command is taking this very seriously. I know Dhagon personally. He's one of the worst doctors I've ever heard of. But I can't see him deliberately killing someone. He was one of the last people seen with Captain Sulio in the cantina. Ask around there. I've heard he's got a good motive for killing her. If you can somehow clear that up and prove it wasn't him, Command will cut him loose. If I say any more, I'll get in trouble. Stay out of trouble.
Onderon manakan ipo insyawa. Loka kamaran endoso ranwi no chabi. Inwamagro may ranga. Onderon manakan. Onderon. Bomababe want to susintu mukarata. To estricto natada bear mabar chokto. Febko imariam gawatas.
Welcome back. My deck is still warm if you're up for Bazak. Foul business, that is. Like most nights, I was here. What do you want to talk about? Know him. He's probably my best friend on this planet. Honestly, he's not a very good doctor, but he is a great drinking companion. Never. Dhagon thought very highly of the good captain. I did too. She had a sharp wit, that one. Sad to see her go. Know him. He's probably my best friend on this planet. I'd much rather talk about something else. Focusing on...
Ni sopa maranga dori sabota. Kawana me. Sucha tola bache kamantuch. For Dorcha ni soba wata. Rani. Kavadumpe masuraku popayi. Kavadumpe masuraku. Krach, mizoto minaka de sama krema krach vituto. Vakaraze zon mama. Dahupo botenyo goju chopicho. Kavadumpe masuraku popayi. Dahupo botenyo goju chopicho. Kavadumpe masuraku popayi botenya. Tachimorosa. Dahupo botenyo goju chopicho.
Kroto no ranga manatandi kroto. Posa non ci rinta masu kingura wanka. Posong chinsun mi karanga do mai chonga. Tu es kroto no ranga manatandi kroto. Mokbito na wana si chins. Kroto no ranga manatandi kroto. Mokbito na wana si chins. Si wano bush. Haramontok tu Tumukara Chukorak, Grun Kanwana Machi Nito Rabanaka, Dosimorna. Tanto todos, Tumukarata, Meiranganaroto, Dosimana. Aramontok, Tumukara Chukorak, Grun. Kroto no ranga manatandi groto, Mopiluna, Aramontok, Tumukarat. Posa non ci rinta masu. Kroto no ranga manatandi groto. Kroto no ranga manatandi groto.
Good to see you again. Any luck with... What do you want to know about that night? Dhagon Ghent didn't do it. Because he was with me at the time. It's quite simple. Right now, he's accused of murder. If he's convicted, the sentence is death. If he's accused of espionage, let's say assisting a Republic spy, then the penalty for that is death. I'm afraid the Onderonians are quite fond of their death penalty. So if I stood up for him, he'd be trading one death sentence for another. I was with Dhagon in his office at the time of the murder. He definitely wasn't involved with her murder. We were taking great pains not to be seen, which has a certain irony to it, really. If you can free him, please do. He's been invaluable with his help to the Republic. I only wish there was something I could do to help him.
Assuming we get Dhagon free, we're going to have a few private words about this. Together, we fought against the Republic during the Mandalorian Wars.
I don't particularly like the idea that he's working for them now.
The information I have is vital to the Senate. I hope you can help.
Wait your turn. I have 3 customers.
Do you have a visa yet? I'm still paying very well for it. I really can't be any help with that. I might have been in the same detention cell that night that Dhagon's in now. The soldiers were asking me some entertaining questions that night. I've got no idea what was going on. Let's just say I'm one of their usual suspects. Sort of comes with the territory. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I want to talk to you about.
I'm in all over the galaxy.
Ni manja human. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita ta. Dahupa bosa kurata go jujuto yoki. Hiata yamba wajiaki. Ento meshmi paju watamin. Tu nitsa. Tawancha morichiwa mufa. Dahupa bosa kurata go jujut. Mungachinor ta imbre wanachike. Drumba bambwa. Kontichan munka. Kavadumba kuswaka taya. Kawana bota yuntatanga. Dahupa bosa kurata go jujuto yoki. Hiata yamba waji. Mungachinor ta imbre wanachike. Drumba bam. Dahupa bosa kurata go jujut. Dovrei.
Welcome back. My deck is... Foul business, that is. Like most nights, I was here. What do you want?
She did? Oh no, by the four moons, what a mix-up. They got it all wrong. Dagon and Sulio were good friends. It's just when they got a little too much Juma juice, they'd carry on. They'd call each other all manner of things. It could get quite hilarious, really. But it was just friendly banter. That night, Sulio was in great form. Dagon and I were laughing about some of the choicer ones later. Yellow-toothed dung dweller. We bought her a couple of drinks afterwards. It may look strange on the outside, but it was just their habit, their way of passing time during these dark nights. Listen, if the soldiers think that's a motive, they just didn't do enough digging.
That bit of information will help with clearing Dagon, but the Onderon military won't let him off that easy. They're very obstinate. Maybe some of these people will know more about what happened that night.
I was cleaning up stakes from a particularly rewarding Pazak game when I heard a loud sound outside. I grabbed my blaster and went out the door. When I got out, I saw Captain Salio. She was quite dead. Blood was everywhere. I heard a noise and saw Dhagon Ghent coming from his office across the courtyard. We both waited for the authorities to get there. The next day, they picked up Dhagon and several other people in the area. It's crazy to think he did it. Salio was our friend. Just outside the door by the junk heap.
It might be a good idea to look at the crime scene. We fought many soldiers in the Mandalorian Wars. The Onderonians were certainly brave, but they were disorganized and stupid. I wouldn't be surprised if they overlooked something.
Know him? He's probably...
Good to see you again. What do you want to know about that night? Dhagon Ghent didn't do it. Because he...
Do you have a visa? I really can't be any help with that. I might...
This room is reserved off. If you ask me, she got what she deserved. She looked down on us beast riders. Good riddance. I know his face, that's about it. His office is on Bekel's turf. She's a beast rider like me and our leader. You better never be speaking ill of her, or else.
Go back to your ship on. This is our part of the merchant.
Da once da hupa.
Yes, is something... Of course. I try to treasure these moments before the...
Nobody we talked with mentioned a droid. This droid was destroyed recently. Someone inside the cantina might know more.
mancha. Da wancha morichiwa, mufalawa ni bobo wisho. Da hupa, bo sakurata, go jujuto yoke. Hiata yam punta chiwita. Da wancha morichiwa, mufalawa ni bobo wisho. Kuna sita, dorcho ni sobawata. Ichawa te crossi wisho toda si.
A lot of credits to be made about this is our part of that. I am 1B. War is coming. Beasts are acting up. This is my area. Go find your own.
Okay, now we have war to worry about.
Careful where you walk. There's a lot of trouble walking.
Ryder, last thing we need is Pickens escaped.
Some of those alien thugs don't keep on.
Good to see you again. Any luck with the visa? What do you want to know about that night? Dhagon Ghent didn't... Because... It's quite simple, I'm afraid. I was with Dhagon and...
Welcome back. My deck is still warm if you're up for... Foul business, that is. That would be Bohema's SOD-2. No, SOD-3. Or is it 2? Whichever one it was, he keeps losing them. I remember when I arrived, it was still smoldering. Who knows? Sometimes the slum dwellers shoot his serving droids for fun. This part of the quarter is getting more and more lawless, I'm afraid. When Dhagon and I were waiting for the soldiers, we had to chase off some scavengers that were stripping SOD-3. No, I'm afraid there was quite a crowd growing. We were seeing if there was any way we could help Sulio. There was nothing we could do, of course. She was dead.
Tonoranda manakaran, ipo tonoranda. Loka kamaran indosoran in Wamagro.
This room is reserved off. If you ask me, she got what she deserved. She looked down on us beast riders. Good riddance. That Bith keeps buying droids, and the scavengers keep stealing them or blowing them up. Seems he's finally given up. The waitress is awful, but she's more fun than his droids ever were. I wouldn't tell you even if I knew. I could tell you where you could find the parts, though. That western square has the perfect fence for droid parts. There is a droid vendor called 1B8D. That droid is as dumb as a Gamorrean. He'll buy anything because he's too stupid to do anything else. 1B8D is quite handy. Quite a few of the slum dwellers make a good living salvaging droid parts for him. You might have even bought some. I know his face, that's about it. She's a beast rider like me and our leader. You better never be speaking ill of her, or else.
I am 1B8D, an automated droid vendor. Entity Bahima unknown. I have many serving droid parts. The market rate for those parts would be 25 credits. I am 1B8. Entity Bahima. The market rate for those parts would be 25 credits. Thank you for your business.
Kif in the cantina could probably do something with this. We should head back.
Nitsama Tawancha Morichiwa, Mufalawa, Nibobo, Wishyo, Kuna Sita, Dorchuniso. Dahupa, Bosa Kurata, Go, Jujuto Yoki, Hiata Yamba Wajiaki, Yukito Tune. Kawana Bota, Yuntatanga Kinamato.
Hello there. What is this? Oh my, she's dead.
Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatura. Tayaita tabosananansata.
I've been all over the galaxy, and this has got to be the worst service I've ever seen.
Wait your turn. I have 3 customers.
Welcome back. My deck is still warm if you're... Foul business, that is. If it'll help Dagon, you got it. There's no way that Dagon could have done it. I saw him coming from his office. That's the opposite direction of the marketplace. We should go talk to Captain Riken and clear all of this up.
Nico, is it? And the Offworlder. What brings the two of you here? That's a bold statement. I assume you have some sort of proof.
It's a long story, so bear with me, Captain. The night of the murder, I was playing Pazak. It was a prosperous night.
That should do it. We still don't know who killed Sulio, but this will greatly assist our investigation.
You have been ordered off this investigation, Captain. I hope you can explain yourself.
I had nothing to do with this, sir. This citizen found information about Captain Sulio's murder. It's material to the investigation.
We've already got our man. Sulio and this Ghent were fighting the night she was murdered. He had ample motive. Have you read the report? Some of the things Sulio called him were vile. Sulio and Dagon clearly hated each other.
What he meant to say, Major, is that they were friends.
So these two were friends? A friend would never say such things to another friend. You expect me to believe...
It's absolutely true, Major. I was a friend of both of them. They've done this dozens of times. Bahima the bartender can confirm it, as well as half a dozen other people. They were an odd pair, but they certainly didn't hate each other.
I see. Well, there's still the fact that he was right there at the scene of the crime. The only thing that matters to me is that he was within blaster range when Sulio was killed, and he did not have an alibi. You have a recording? And I'm sure you're just misinterpreting it.
I've seen it myself, Major. Nico isn't the only one that spotted Dagon coming from. The real killer is still loose.
Very well, Captain. Set Ghent free, then. But if later it turns out that he did do it, it's gonna be on your head.
The men will be working on getting Dhagon Ghent out right away. The Major sure isn't happy. You're quite a team. Together, you got the Major to back down. That's no small feat.
The investigation has been handled at the highest levels. I've heard there's been some concern about that. With Dhagon free, I don't know if the investigation team will find another suspect. They haven't been as diligent. I'm not gonna say anymore. Probably said too much already. If you head over to Dhagon Ghent's office, some men will bring him there shortly. Thanks for clearing this whole thing up. I could tell the justice wasn't being served, but we all have our orders. We really need to patrol that sector better.
Thanks for getting me out of there. As detention cells go, it had definite class, but I prefer being out on my own all the same. I owe you and Mandalore one. Wrong place, wrong time. Captain Sulio and I were acquaintances. I just happened to be too close when she got dead. Real shame. She wasn't bad to look at, and she could drink. No, and at this point, I don't care. Just glad to be free. Not many people can help you out with that. There have been several assassination attempts on Queen Talia. That place is locked tighter than a Hud's Fall. I know a few people, though. Who do you need to get in touch with? A Jedi Master, you say? Now that is interesting. It's quite a bounty on Jedi these days. Not that I'm looking to collect, but if there's a master there, I think I know who it is. There's a slight problem with that. I know you don't want to hear that since you went through all the effort of springing me out. The thing is, scavengers have already looted most of my stuff. Most of it's garbage anyway, so I don't care too much. But I did have a couple of encrypted holodisks that they nabbed. So here's the punchline. I need those disks because they have some contact information on them. People I know you don't just walk up and chat with. There's a procedure, and that holodisk has the procedure. But Kel's gang pretty much owns this street. From what I hear, she's the one that cleaned me out. She's in the local cantina most days. She's tough as Drexel leather and more dangerous than an angry Wookiee. If you take Mandalore with you, though, you should be just fine. Just get me the encrypted holodisk. After that, if there is a Jedi Master in the palace, I'll get you a meeting with him.
Captain, you're back. Please tell me you have an open starport visa.
Thank the Four Moons for your kindness, Off-Worlder. I only wish I had some way to thank you. But my children and I will never forget your kindness. Hurry, children. We get to go on a spaceship, thanks to the captain. We get to go into space.
That was a noble thing you did. I hope her and her family prosper elsewhere. Yes? Is something wrong?
Stay out of trouble.
Tonorandam.
have a visa yet? Because we'll...
What do you want here, Offworlder? The room is taken. The whole cantina is taken. You should leave. You? And just... It isn't for sale. I warned you, Offworlder. Kill her!
Yeah, what do you want?
Tu, 你怎么着？
Tonoranda manakaran, tonoranda. Bomababe want to susintu mukarata. To esfrektonatada beer mabar chokto. Torenibu into. Fed. Tonoranda manatono. Loka kamaranendos. Taranamo sibu and dasarans. Krema sunkun ratungala. Chawi mo jubu and kosoracha.
Have you found the encrypted holodisks yet? I won't be able to get a... Great, go in there. With these, I'll check my contacts at the palace. I should be able to get a meeting with your Jedi Master shortly. You got anything you need to take care of in the quarter, you best do it now. You're dealing with serious politics by contacting him. If things go bad during a meeting, you may not be welcome in Isis anymore. Perhaps never. Just let me know if you want to go through with this. Come back when you're ready. So you still intend to go through with it? I can schedule, like I was saying though, once I use my contact, you may be in over your head. Yeah, I'll get on it. Just grab a cot and rest a bit. Once I get a meeting time, I'll let you know.
Is this meeting a trap? I can't afford to lose you, especially given recent events.
Anything could be a trap. Vaklu is no fool. But if the message is true...
Is this necessary? I can guarantee your safety in the palace, but outside these walls the General has many men that would do anything for him.
Nothing in life is certain, Your Majesty. But I feel something. There is a disruption in the Force. I must investigate this.
Very well. But please, be cautious.
Aren't I always?
That's what I was afraid you'd say.
Well, the meeting is on. Head straight to the cantina. You guys should be in there. And no offense, but I hope I never see you again.
You must have gone through a lot to arrange this meeting. The palace is at full battle readiness. Smuggling in a message is no small task.
Kavar, the famed Jedi Guardian. The Mandalorians counted on the fact it would be you, not Revan, who would lead the Jedi against us during the Mandalorian Wars. I wonder how we'd have fared.
It seems my former student keeps curious company. Strange times lead to strange alliances, though. No, I survived the war, if only just. Why are you here? I imagine that you hold little love for any on the Jedi Council anymore, even an old friend. I'm not sure how well placed your faith is. I feared you would harbor dark feelings because of our treatment of you. You have to understand that it was a time of great uncertainty. We just learned that Darth Revan was back with an armada. But there's more to it than that. And I think you deserve an
Am I interrupting? In orbit, I thought for sure that the Ebon Hawk was mine. I was certain, only to see you slip through my fingers during the battle. Imagine my delight to discover you were on Isis. Quite careless, if you ask me. Get them, men! And watch your aim! Civilian casualties cause a mess of paperwork.
Alice, I'll get word to you when I'm able. Run!
What? What have you done to my men? Last! Men, take care of her! I won't let Kavar escape!
For the sake of the civilians here, we should exercise restraint in this battle.
What's happening in the West Square? It sounded like battle. Command's ordered comm blackout. Do you know what's going on? What? Why? That makes no sense. Command hasn't issued any alerts. Are you sure it wasn't some of those Beast Rider slags? They've been getting bolder recently. You must be mistaken. Soldiers just don't attack civilians without orders. If it weren't for the comm blackout, I'd check with Command. Just head to the safety of the Merchant Square, citizen. We'll send a patrol to investigate as soon as we can contact our HQ.
Not all the military is after us. Still, Vaklu can throw a whole army at us. I think we've outworn our welcome over here. We should head over to the spaceport before General Vaklu invents some charges against us. Then we'd be in real trouble.
You know what to do. Let's do it. You know what to do. You know, let's do it!
We're gonna have to find another source.
The diagnostic is doing something strange. Target acquired. What the hell does that mean? Your visa's been scanned. You're cleared to leave. I'd leave right away. Things are going crazy in this quarter.
The shuttle is just ahead. I think we should get out of here fast. It's gonna be some time before they forget about us here. No more trips to ISIS for us until the situation changes. A lot.
I again apologize for the Boma. The beasts are growing very restless. I plan on talking with my...
Unnecessary observation. You are eliminating many of us Jedi, but such actions only delay the inevitable, annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications, recitation, and bring about the termination of hostilities.
I wanted to make sure that we have some things clear. Right now, we both seek the same goals, whatever our reasons may be. The Sith must be stopped. If they destroy the Jedi, the Republic will fall and my people will be eradicated or enslaved. To survive, I'll help you. But as Mandalore, I have another duty. The unification of the clans. After our defeat at Malachor, the survivors spread across the Outer Rim, many taking up work as mercenaries, or worse. But they cannot have fallen so far that they will not recognize a new Mandalore has been chosen. One who will restore our people to glory. I'll fight beside you, but I'm warning you, don't get in my way. I'm not asking for help. I'm just asking you to let me do this. Cross me, and I might have to reevaluate our arrangement. After the Sith are dealt with, you can turn your attention to us. Or maybe we can forge an alliance of our own. Consider what I've said. Now, is there something else you needed? The Republic is a stagnant beast that had been killing its people for years before the wars began. Were it not for Revan's strength, the Republic would already be dead. Only Revan was worthy of our respect. We swept through the Outer Rim without any opposition until Revan assumed command of the Republic forces. Only then did the battle turn. But as you know, only a handful of Jedi fought, while the others cowered in their halls, afraid to meet us head-on. I'm sure there were good reasons. I'm not accusing you of being a coward. You commanded the Republic fleet that destroyed ours. You were a worthy opponent. Now, is there something else you needed? The Republic thinks my people are dead, scattered. You should have destroyed us when you had the chance. As long as one Mandalorian lives, we will survive. Our honor, fortunes, and lives. There are, but those are luxuries. Luxuries that were paid for by the blood of our warriors, alive and dead. The Mandalorian clans will be united. Then we will take back our place in the galaxy. But we live in times of action, and I've said enough for now. We can speak of this again later. Now, is there something else you needed? I am Mandalore, leader of the Mandalore, but I will not be your errand boy. Fine. Now, is there something... We have suffered defeats before. Our spirit may have... The end of the Mandalorian Wars was something new and unknown to us. Revan fought us like a true... Revan embodied our philosophy. And it was a painful lesson. But I would appreciate your help. Many in the Republic look at the Mandalores as... Now, after many years, a new It's a tradition that those we war against are quick to... I can tell you want to know more, but we can talk more later. Now, is there some... We're back. The shuttle is going to stay docked here until further notice. I'm not ready to part company yet. It sounds like you have a lot of traveling to do. So do I. I'm going with you. The Sith have taken a particular interest in you, and you could use an extra blaster. I've been meaning to leave Duxon to look for other Mandalorian clans anyway. I don't have it in me. It's a matter of self-interest. The Sith aren't known for sharing power. If the Jedi Order is destroyed for good, it's inevitable, and then my people would be eradicated or enslaved. Mandalorians helped Exar Kun during his war. We know, but that's enough for now. We'll have time to talk later.
The Ebon Hawk is patched up and ready to go. When you're ready to depart, we can ask the guide here to take us back to the ship.
I don't think you'll be able to return to Isis anytime soon. Even a Jedi. Ready to head back to your ship? Follow me.
So you fought against the Mandalorians in the war?
I was part of the war effort, yes. I worked as a technician, though.
But you fought on the front lines. To a Mandalorian, there is honor in that.
I could do without your Mandalorian honor. I saw the results of your honor. The absolute destruction your warriors brought. And look at them now. Mandalorians are little better than mercenary thugs. And what's honor to someone like that? All they care about are credits.
If I were you, I'd pick your words more carefully.
You fought for no cause other than to spread suffering and pain to the people.
Maybe that's what it looked like to you, but that isn't why we fought. We fought for honor and glory in the heat of battle.
You did nothing but murder innocents.
The Republic took us too lightly. We wanted to face the full force of their army. We had to goad them to fight.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. If you ask me, you Mandalorians just got what you deserved at Malachor.
Defeat is part of a warrior's life. We will recover, stronger than before.
Doesn't it even bother you that your people were almost destroyed? Or do lives have no meaning to you?
People die in war.
Well, I'm glad to have you guarding my back.
Fine by me.
Query, is there...
General, what is it? Traveling with the Mandalorians. It brings back too many memories. Don't worry about me. I won't cause any problems. But if Mandalore steps out of line, I'll put him out the airlock. You're too trusting, General. Was there something you wanted me for? Yes, General?
Yes? Is something wrong? Very well. There.
That should do it.
Yeah, something wrong? Go ahead and ask. It's all this traveling, I'd rather be doing something, somewhere with people, activity. I've killed people before. Oh, do I? Is that it? How you could ever possibly hope to understand is beyond me. Jedi don't have family. Get away from me. The next time you come and ask me a question, I swear I'll shoot you in the head and dump you. What do you want now? Whatever, don't worry about it. It's just a sore subject with me. Yeah, well, they're dead. That's how that story ends. But not everybody's story has to end with losing their family or their loved ones. And not all the bounty hunting I do is for criminals or killers. There's a lot of lost people out there, scattered ever since the Mandalorian Wars. And maybe, just maybe by finding... Maybe. We'll see. I don't even know why I'm telling you this. But you're not getting anything else out of me. Shoot. It's all this traveling. I'd rather be doing something, somewhere with people. Talk. Sure, they're easy. That's why I dress like this. When they're looking down to check you out, you can usually smash them on the base of the skull or deliver an uppercut that knocks them flat. It's simple. When you want a man, you jab him with a Bothan stunner, then while he's screaming in pain, slap some stun cuffs on him. Then starve him for 2 or 3 days until he becomes open to suggestion, then double check his bounty and see if he's worth anything. Call it what you want. Me? I love my targets. Alright. Hanhar's only a bounty hunter because that's the closest word for what he does. He's not out for credits. It's more vicious than that, and it runs a lot deeper. It's like he's out to make the whole galaxy suffer. Every living thing in it. He wants to break them, ruin them, and when they can't suffer anymore, he wants them dead. I didn't kill him once. Biggest mistake ever. Do you really want to hear this? Well, Hanhar and me go way back, in the worst possible way. He's from some forest planet on the Outer Rim where Zerka had set up one of their slaving operations. I don't remember the name. Something with too many K's and Y's. Sounds like you're gargling Ronto spit when you say it. No idea. He's just Hanhar. I hope there aren't any more like him. I get the impression he's not a good representative of his people, though. He's the equivalent of a mad calf hound among Rontos. Some of Voga the Hutt's men said Hanhar killed his own tribe, but those 2 crud thugs lie every time they open their mouths, so who knows? Well, not for long. Once off planet, Hanhar escaped from the Zerka slavers, then killed them all. I don't know. I always thought he just liked using them as weapons. Well, before you get too proud of him, Hanhar figured Zerka had the right idea. I don't think he understood the concept of slavery before, at least on the scale that Zerka practiced it. But now he did. You ever hear of Dursan 3, or the ID cluster colonies? Right, that's because Hanhar happened. He makes what happened to his homeworld look like an exercise in community building. He's not a bounty hunter. He's a slaver. A predator. It's like he's out to enslave or kill every human in the galaxy, like he's trying to settle some huge score or debt. I don't get it, but he's dangerous. Go ahead. Made it. It's custom for me, which is a good thing, because I wouldn't want anyone using it against me. I can show you how to make rockets, though, if you'd like. All it requires is a good skill with demolitions. Anything else you wanted to know? Shoot. Talk. About what? Why, you trying to be my mother? No thanks. Already had one. somewhere. No thanks. Alright. Yeah, something wrong? Yeah, something wrong?
Unnecessary observation. Targets acquired. Annoying recitation. Recitation.
So you've returned. What is it? So you've returned.
Yes? Have you come? Very well. I confess its nature eludes me. It seems that at times of stress, it seems a powerful when battle is upon us, ask. That crystal is bonded to you. Through you, it is most interesting. Your crystal does not perfect. Is there something else you... He, if he can truly be called, he spared, keep his slave. Entertain what he... One cannot have power. I had hoped that you would not have to confront him. You must be... It is a technique that is almost as old as the Sith themselves. It is a means of it cannot be taught. Yes, and... Power? Do you think you would be wrong? And it... Perhaps he is bound to her, as I am bound to you. You must be... Ask. Does it matter? Of course it does. Such titles allow you... Perhaps I am neither, and I hope... What do you wish to hear? That I once believed in the code of the Jedi? That I felt the call of the Sith? That perhaps once I held the galaxy by its throat? That for every good work that I did, I brought equal harm upon the What would it matter now? There is a... Learn from me, my mistakes, and use that knowledge to become greater than I. That is all I ask of you, and that is all I desire. In you all my hopes rest, for the future, for the Force. If it means so much to you, then this I swear to you upon my life, upon our lives, that when your training is complete, I will answer everything. There shall be no more shadows between us, only truth. Ask. Atris herself is not as familiar to me as perhaps she should be, yet I feel I know her, yes. Because Atris's path is one I walked long ago, and she has taken the first steps, I think. We shall see. I was a historian once, gathering the relics of the Jedi. One quickly learns that the Jedi Code does not give all the answers. That is why Atris and the others blamed me. You have already asked much. I do. Ask. Ignorance. And perhaps they do. Am I? Then perhaps you should know. There are techniques in the Force where one can cloud the memory of others, and on the worlds where we have, as I said, it is of no... No, but if I did, you would never know, but perhaps you will understand. It is important. I did not ask you to... And... Did he? And what do you make of... The Mandalorians were right to respect you on the field of battle. The Jedi are gone, vanished. I fear you are right, but there is little to be done about it now. Yes? Have you? That crystal is bonded to you. Through you. Let me focus on the crystal for a moment. There. Now it is fully in tune with you again. Is there something else you wished? That crystal is bonded to you. Should your power increase or your resolve change, is there something else you...
We've hit the ground. This is Korriban. Why would one of the Jedi you're looking for come here?
An adequate job, pilot. Perhaps here there is some trace of those who pursue us. I sense that we may be truly alone on the surface.
There are signs of life on the surface. Beasts by the dozen. So don't worry. You won't be quite as lonesome as she makes out. You might want to keep your, lightsaber sharp. Or do whatever you do in these situations.
Although I think that the pilot's mechanical devices are probably accurate. If there are Sith here, their numbers are few and they are hidden.
It seems quiet. Just the wind. But deep beneath the surface, you can feel the pain of what took place here. This place merely tolerates sentience walking upon it. It is pleased to have been left alone. There is great power here for those with the ambition to use it. There is great power in this place, for those who can hear its call.
There is much that would draw a Jedi to this place. The resting grounds of the ancient and more recently departed Sith contain many teachings believed lost. The most likely place to find our lost Jedi is the ruins of the old academy. It was said that Revan intended to return to Korriban to subdue any potential Sith insurgents. but Revan disappeared. It took a year or two for the Republic to send a force here to deal with any Sith that may have remained. They found Korriban much as we have, barren and lifeless. It was assumed that the remnants of the Sith turned on each other, vying for what little power remained. The Republic found evidence that several Sith lords escaped Korriban. As lifeless as it seems, you should go to the ruins of the old academy, if there are any traces. If you walk Korriban's surface, you shall walk it with. I cannot. This place is strong with the dark side. It is difficult to center myself here. Korriban holds few secrets from me, but much that you should learn. I will remain here and meditate. Our link remains. The academy is on the other side of this valley. Dark energy fills these ruins.